Hey guys, welcome to the Homestead. So most of you guys are like me, you're getting ready to get hit with a big storm. I've got the boys doing some last minute chores around the house and outside before it hits. It's already starting to drizzle a little bit. Josh was down there taking care of the sheepies. What I'm going to do real quick is go ahead and shut off the water. It's going to get down to negative temps tonight, probably -6 or whatever, and when it gets that cold, we're just shutting off the water. So I'm out here at the water tank. Let me show you the process of how we do this. We have water stored inside, so we don't need to worry about, getting through this, few days, whatever it is, with no water. But we're going to shut off the lines, drain them real quick to make sure they don't freeze. So first things first, we're going to shut off the tank. So I got 2 tanks to shut off. Shut off that main valve there. Come over here. We're going to shut off that main valve there. Okay, I'm going to open this line. I'm going to open this line. And then I got to pull this alligator clamp open and pull this line and let that drain out. And so that's going to drain all of that line right there. So now we got to drain, well, this here basically drains this, but I have to go to the house now. I have a spot over by the house where I have a faucet. Sorry if the wind's making noise, but I have this little faucet right here. I need to open that up. Okay, and that's just allowing air into the system. It's mostly already gone anyway. But, all right, opening that up. Next thing is to go over to our water system. We've done videos before on this in the past, our water system for our house. It's a completely off-grid. We pressurize our own system here on the Homestead. So basically I'm gonna leave this valve open. I gotta move this gas can. And I'm gonna open this valve. Okay, and that'll drain some water out of the line underneath the house. Then I'm gonna open that. You can see some of the debris in that filter. So we have a number of step down filters. This is a 100 mesh, this is a 250 mesh, this is a 500 mesh. Next thing I'm going to do is unplug that. I'm going to go to the gas line for our Renai hot water heater, turn that gas off. I'm going to unplug both systems. One is for the pump and one is for the gas, or one is for the hot water heater. Okay. We'll leave that there, and then what I do is I come back. Now that the pump has been unplugged, and I'm going to pop these 2 levers here. Ooh, that was under some pressure. Okay, that pulls out, and then this pulls out. Let's see here, hold on, there we go. Like that. Now that drains. Then what we're going to do, open that valve, open that valve, open this valve, open that valve, and everything is going to drain out of those lines. Okay, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take these inside. These will all come out. So you can protect your filters and make sure there's absolutely no pressure in these lines at all when these are taken out. There we go, see that? Now, next thing we're gonna do is this right here. This is what's an accumulator pump, or I'm sorry, an accumulator tank. And this keeps pressure within the system constant for the most part. And so we have these on some quick disconnects. I don't need to take it off. I just need to undo these things. Like that. So that will drain, see that? And then I have a disconnect over here. And that over there. Good to go. Now, next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and get the hot water heater. There's hot water that's stored inside here, inside the tank. So what you want to do is you want to basically undo that, and that will drain the entire tankless hot water heater from whatever waters that is inside it. Now, The other thing I do, just to make sure, because you want to make sure, because this copper inside of here is very fragile. You do not want any water in here. So what I will do, I won't do it on camera, but I put my mouth up to this. I already took the thing off. And then I will blow just to make sure there is no water left in the system. Okay, now that that's out of the way, so you're getting the real show here today. I'm going to take this filter here and just use my knife to loosen it. And so that way there's no pressure. If anything in there needs to come out, it can. There's also another valve here. I will loosen. It's usually just finger tight. There we go. And see, by doing that, more water came out. So you want to make sure you get all the water possible out of the system. Yeah. Now, what I'm going to do is go inside and show you what I need to do inside. Okay, so inside right now we have our SunGold power inverter. Right now, the power on the batteries is sitting at 53 volts. Everything is okay. I'll probably start the generator later on today. But it's fine right now. We're going to get plenty of sunshine, I think, tomorrow. It's just going to be really cold. So there's some of my batteries. If you go down here, here is our manifold for the water system for the house. Now, all these water lines are full. These are electrical lines. So this is probably not up to code, having electrical lines cross water lines, but don't tell anybody. There's no inspectors around here anyway. So what we're going to do is go ahead and drain this. So we get all of the water out of the system. We'll basically drain the hot side and the cold side. And we'll keep our faucets at their termination points, like in the kitchen and in the bathrooms, open to make sure there's no pressure in the system as well. So first thing we're going to do, they have this little handy dandy key that comes with this. And I'm going to have to hold this somehow. Let's see if I can set this up so you can see. So I'm going to take this jar, put the key on, and then basically turn that, and that will drain the system of whatever water is in those lines. This line currently isn't connected to anything, so what I'm going to do, this basically is a dead line that goes right underneath the house and drains out. So all I have to do for this one to drain the hot side is just turn the key, and out comes the water. You can kind of hear the water going through the pipes. So that's that simple. I'll just go ahead and do this one as well. Drain that. But yeah, there's no water basically in that system. I keep these lines off. These lines are live in the house, and so they're turned on. But these lines stay turned off. If you're wondering the name of this manifold system, it's called the Viega. They make lots of different sizes of manifold systems for your home. You know, they're expensive. I'm not going to lie to you, but they make it. It's all plug and play, very easy to hook up. We've done videos on this in the past before too. Let's go down here and check on the sheep. They have no idea about the cold that's coming in a very short time here. Just in the time I started this video, it's already dropped 6 degrees. It's 31 now. It was 37 before I started filming. They've got good winter coats on so far. We've had some cold temperatures, so they're going to do okay. I just put a new round bale of hay in there day before yesterday. So they're going to have plenty to eat on, although that's all going to get covered in snow here pretty quickly. But they have a shelter down there. Most of them will be bundled up in that shelter tonight. I guarantee you, all snuggled up against one another to keep each other warm. But the lanolin that their coats produce keeps them very warm, the lanolin oil. And so they're going to be okay. But they'll be a little bit cold tonight. They'll feel it. I mean, there's no doubt about that. All right, let's head back inside. Okay, we're back inside now. The wood stove is cranking, and something else I thought I'd mention today. It'd be a good thing maybe for you to consider doing while you're probably like I am, stuck inside the house for the next few days because of these record cold temperatures. Today would be a great day to re-season your cast iron. If you've ever re-seasoned cast iron, or if you ever seasoned cast iron, you know that you need to get that oven temperature up to about 500 degrees or as high as it'll go. And you do this about 2 or 3 4 times to get that perfect seasoning on that cast iron. And so it's a lot of heat. You don't season your cast iron in the summertime. I mean, you can, but it's like when you got record-setting temperature colds. I mean, it's not record-setting. I mean, it was colder 2 years ago when all of Texas froze over. But still, I mean, it's going to be cold this weekend, starting tonight. This would be a great time for you to season your cast iron. And so that's what I'll be doing starting this afternoon. I'm going to go in, make another beautiful loaf of bread that I do. I love the artisan bread that we make. And so I'm going to make some bread that we have to chew on for the next couple of days.
or a day or so, because the kids don't let it sit around very long. And I'm going to start seasoning my cast iron. Some of my cast iron, and recently, you know, had soap applied to it. So I gotta leave a comment below. Yeah, so I gotta reseason my cast iron. Anyway, listen, YouTube has been crazy lately. I really appreciate you guys, and you know, a number of you have left comments below that you've contacted Genesis Gold Group because they're an advertiser of mine. You're buying the t-shirts at teespring.com below. I'm seeing that. The Stupid Should Hurt is definitely by far the biggest seller. But thank you for supporting the channel. The reality is right now, YouTube is like cutting off people. I'm losing. I've had almost 20 copyright claims in the last month in December. Almost 20. I think I've been like 18 or 19. 20. Oh, it's crazy. And they're claiming music that I have paid for, and the ad rev company that basically handles this stuff, they're not releasing the claims. I mean, they're waiting the full 30 days. The only way they'll release the claims is if I get the author of the music that I bought, I got a license for over at audiojungle.net, and then they release the claim. So, and whenever they do that, I lose, like, my earnings on YouTube take a nosedive. It doesn't matter if it goes into escrow, because they say, oh, it goes into escrow, and once you release a copyright claim, you get your, they take the money and they don't give it back. So, I appreciate you guys who support me with my advertisers. I really appreciate that. You're an encouragement. You're the ones who keep me going. Thank you. Because the reality is, I don't see it. I don't like putting ads also in the middle of my videos. I mean, if you're like me, you get completely annoyed when you're watching a video and you're like really into whatever that person's saying, and then all of a sudden pops up an ad. And sometimes it's not one ad, it's two ads, and you like have to sit there for 20 seconds hoping you can maintain the thought process of what it was you're watching when it comes back on. I hate that. I hate it, and I don't think you like it either, so I don't do it on my videos. If you see a video in the middle of one of my ads, it's because YouTube put it in there, not me. I always try to make, and if I find them, I take them off. And I've seen that before. YouTube will do that. Like because you can check, do you want videos in the middle of your ads? Or do you want ads in the middle of your videos? I say no. I uncheck that box. And sometimes I'll go back, you know, for a video that's a couple years old, and it like took off. It like for some reason got in the algorithm world, and all of a sudden it's getting a bunch of hits. I'll go back, and YouTube puts the check mark in there. I'll take it right back out. I can't stand this platform. And the word is maybe Twitter, Elon Musk is going to allow video creators over at Twitter. That would be fantastic, because I would jump this stupid ship in a New York minute. Not that I've ever been to New York, and wherever we'll want to go. But I mean, if I was there, I'd jump in a New York minute. Anyway, guys, so I appreciate the advertisers. I appreciate the guys who are jumping on board. Genesis Gold Group, guys, this economy is a complete and total mess. And if you're in any sort of paper-denominated assets, listen, I'm not a financial advisor, but if it was me, I'd be out of those things on the first thing smoking. Out. Bad juju coming. Danger, Will Robinson. Genesis Gold Group, add at the end of the video. Check them out. All right, guys. Listen, hope you stay warm during the next few days. I know I will be. And let me know in the comments below if you think doing your cast iron this weekend might be a good idea. See you next time in the Homestead. Bye! This is Grandma. Grandma survived the Great Depression. She survived the Great Depression because her supply chain was local and she knew how to do stuff. Grandma was smart. Grandma told us to make do with what you got. She also said, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Homesteading is all about self-reliance and declaring ourselves to be independent from the system. We grow our own food, we raise our own animals, and doing these things helps safeguard our families from the unpredictable world that surrounds us. But what about banking? I love being my own power company, but what about being my own bank? Right now, our country is over $30 trillion in debt and rising. The Fed keeps printing money, and the Congress won't stop spending money. Staying attached to the modern banking system and their investment vehicles is like putting all of your eggs in one very, very fragile basket. On one side, you have the threat of inflation and your savings value floating away, and the other side is a possible deflationary stock market collapse, just like what happened in the 1930s. Genesis Gold Group is like a basket holding eggs, and these eggs are impossible to break. History shows us that all paper investments have and will return to their intrinsic value eventually. Zero. But gold, silver, and other precious metals have never, ever been worthless. In every collapse throughout history, people have turned back to precious metals to find monetary value. If you have a 401k, an IRA, or a savings account where you're literally watching the purchasing power inflate away, give Genesis Gold Group a call right now, today, this instant. They can develop a strategy for you and the days ahead. I can tell you how I raise sheep, I can tell you how I raise chickens, or the best way to grow tomatoes, or how to hook up a solar panel. But Genesis Gold Group is your best shot at safeguarding your hard-earned savings and investments during this increasingly turbulent time in history. The link and phone number is in the description below, or visit their website at genesisgoldgroup.com.
Hey guys, did you know you can become a patron of an American Homestead? They get access to private videos, and we send them gifts from the homestead that we make here on the homestead. And we also enter our patrons into special giveaways that are only available to them. And before you go, please check out these other great videos. Go ahead, click. Oh wait.